Hi, I've just come on to talk to you about the breathing in Pilates. I know that some people worry about whether they are doing the breathing right or whether they understand the Pilates breathing. Firstly, there isn't a right or a wrong way to breathe. We do use a particular breath pattern in Pilates because that just helps us facilitate the movement and the exercises. But the most important thing is always not to be holding your breath. So if you hold your breath, you're likely to build up tension around the shoulders. They lift up towards your ears, and we don't want that. So just always tell people just to make sure they're not holding the breath. We are working towards a more lateral breath in Pilates, so we want to breathe wide into the sides of the ribs. So when you're ready, just come to have as comfortable for you. You might be in standing, you might sit on a chair, you might be happy on the mat. You don't have to have your legs crossed. Just have as comfortable for you. Just gently take the shoulders up to your ears. Release them gently back down. And we're just going to think about the head just gently floating over the ribs over the pelvis. We're going to bring the hands just to the front of the rib cage and let those middle fingers touch. Just relax your shoulders down. And then you're going to gently breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as we breathe in through the nose, we're going to try and breathe wide into the sides of the ribs. And you breathe out through the mouth. The ribs just gently soften down. So just continue there. Just gently bring your breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're just letting the ribs come wide on that in-breath and soften down on the out-breath. And on your next out-breath, if you just continue taking that out-breath for a little bit longer, you will see that you naturally get a little bit of engagement through the abdominals, maybe some lift through the pelvic floor. You're going to hold, say 20-30% of that, not brace, just gently holding that engagement, and just continue to bring the breath wide into the sides, backs of the ribs. So we want to bring the breath mainly into the ribs because we're going to work with a little bit of an abdominal engagement. So rather than the abs pushing out and back as we're working, we keep some engagement through the tummy, just gently, and bring the breath wide into the sides, the backs of the ribs. So you're going to just gently continue just breathing into the heels of the hands on your in-breath, breathing out, maybe lengthening up through the spine on your out-breath, finding a little bit of engagement through the abdominals if you take that out-breath for a little bit longer. So we continue to breathe like this, and the other reason that we sometimes cue a breath pattern in the class is on that out breath you naturally get that engagement through the abdominals, so that can be a good time to do the harder part of an exercise. Say in the curl up, you pick up the chest, you start your curl up on your out breath because you're naturally drawing in and up through the tummy, and that will help you with that movement. Same with lots of the rotational movements. If you rotate on your out breath, your ribs are already softened down and it's easier just to find some rotation there. And that's just a little overview of the lateral breathing that we work with in class. And I will always remind my clients of this breath pattern, but as ever, the number one thing is just to make sure you're not holding your breath. So don't get too worried. We do like to have a little bit of focus, but please don't get too worried about whether you are breathing correctly. And if you ever have any questions, then please do ask me.